Now, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas cuts policy rates again, down 25 basis points to 4.75% in its fourth straight reduction this year. The move catches markets off guard, even as inflation stays below the central bank's 2 to 4% target range. The BSP says business confidence has weakened, partly over governance concerns in public infrastructure spending. Price pressures are easing, but so is economic momentum. Now, joining us now to get the pulse of the business community is the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry Chairman George Barcelon. Good morning, Mr. Barcelon, and thank you for being here with us.
Good morning, Mikey. Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, sir. We hear a lot of issues about pervasive corruption in the country. What's the pulse of the PCCI when you hear things like this?
Well, generally speaking, of course, we're concerned because this really put us in a bad light internationally, and really the amount that's being talked about. Of course, these are being investigated is so big that sometimes it's unbelievable. On the flip side, if those money were to be put to good use, that could have help our country in many ways: infrastructure, education, so on and so forth. So we're concerned, and we hope that, as following what I heard earlier from Ambassador Pedro Romualdez, that there must be a finality to this. When I say finality, it means that the people who are identified must be prosecuted, and whatever the results, whether they would be punished, and also the restitution of the money that they unlawfully gain.
Okay, stories like the one earlier, body cameras possibly acquired for between 879,000 pesos each to 1 million pesos each. When stories like this make headlines, what's the impact? And when we talk about that impact, let's talk about those layers. On the local side, the impact on the local side, and the impact on foreign investors locally and foreign investors overseas, sir.
You know, when you hear things like that, wherein it's exorbitant as far as acquiring needed, I'm not saying that's not needed, but the needed body counts, no? But incredulous the amount, you're talking about 900,000 to a million. When we know very well, the GoPro, you can probably buy it for 15,000. Okay? And following what the PPA authority, Jay Santiago, said about the software, I would think, I'm also in the IT business, I would think that it shouldn't cost this much, no? But I don't know the degree of integration that he's talking about, whether it's nationwide or whatever. But it looks exorbitant in price compared to other electronic gadget that we are aware of in the commercial market.
Okay, that's right. The BSP cited governance concerns in public infrastructure spending as one of the factors weighing on sentiment. How much do you think has this controversy affected sentiment and investor confidence?
Well, it's the talk of the town, okay? It's the topic that people talk about because they follow the investigations in the Senate, and hopefully that the private sector is also hoping that the ICI investigation can be more transparent. Okay? That we can see who are the people that will be invited. As I heard from the chairman of ICI, Justice Andy Reyes, that they will spare no one. No? So that's a good sign. Whoever that's identified that can share insight information to enlighten the public, and so that we can get to the bottom of this. And I take it that he has the backing of President BBM. President BBM has the conviction of not leaving any stone unturned as far as their investigation. So that's the only way to satisfy the public that the government is seriously eradicating this sort of corruption, this
That's,
grand scale.
yeah, grand scale, pervasive corruption. There's growing demand for accountability from both the public and and investors. Do you think the government has been doing enough on the accountability front? And do you really think that this administration is going to go all the way to the top as if needed, if the people are found guilty, even if the people found guilty are within the president's closest circles?
Let me tell you, Mikey, in the conversation that I have, with people, with big and small businesses, they expect nothing less. They expect that this issue must be resolved to the satisfaction of the public. And I take it that that will be done.
Okay, sir, last question. How much of today's weak investment climate is about perception, and how much of it reflects real policy and governance gaps that need to be fixed?
Well, it has somehow dampened, but I would not think. Personally, I feel that, as I said, no, with the ICI probe and to get the results of this issue, this will blow over. Okay, but this will blow over. That the public would be satisfied and that gaps are all put in place. When I say about the gaps, no, you should understand, as you were saying earlier, what the government should do. But it also, we ask ourselves what the government should have done. Because, the government, you have COA, who's supposed to check on accountability. And we see nowhere in the whole narratives that of their responsibility. So this is something that we on the private sector side is wondering why. Because in our business, we have internal auditor, we have external auditor, and then we get our financials being checked by the BIR every so often. And why, when the government is dealing with the public's money, these are taxpayer money, mind you, no, the amount of money that that we're talking about. So they should even be more careful and put check and balance to make sure that the funds are prudently and properly dispersed. That those are things that are in place. It's not that, but it's not implemented. Okay. Every government deal has what you call liquidated damages. If they don't deliver, they get penalized on a daily penalty. But you don't hear that. I mean, that's why sometimes it's all of these events, no, somehow, parang the whole system is not synchronized. Okay.
Okay, well, we've got the COA, we've got the Ombudsman, and now we have the ICI. So we're hoping to see some accountability and some traction there. Thank you so much for your time this
Thank
morning,
you,
Mr.
Mikey.
Barcelon.
Thank you.